I'd like to welcome the Chief Tenant Advocate, Johanna Shreve. Johanna Shreve has been very supportive of tenants in our organizing efforts, so if you could come on up, Johanna.
They said say whatever I want to say. Did you get saved today, September the 13th? Office of the Tenant Advocate Summit. Hello?
Hello?
Did you get saved today?
I don't know.
Well, if you didn't get it, write it down. September the 13th, Gallaudet University. It is the 7th year of the Office of the Tenant Advocate celebrating you as tenants. We come together once a year. Yeah. Stand up, yeah. Let them know. We come to educate you. You heard Judge Wright just a few minutes ago talk about knowing your rights. Well, we do a stakeholders meeting once every other month, and after that we do something called Tenants Rights 101, where all my brilliant lawyers get up and tell you for 90 minutes what your rights are, what you need to know. Because if you don't know your rights, guess what? You could lose your home, couldn't you?
Yes.
If you don't know your rights, guess what? You got a hole in your wall. If you don't know your rights, guess what? You got roaches and rats running around. If you don't know your rights, you need to come to the city council and tell them, I'm tired of living in slum housing. Now, you know how long we've been talking about this? Let's see. It goes back to the 70s, when I was a community organizer. When I was out in the streets making sure that people were organized, welfare rights and others, to know and to demand their rights. And you need to start demanding, not being pacifying. You need to demand your rights. Right? All these people that got up here today and talked to you about this thing and that thing are trying to explain to you one thing. It's time for you to stand up, and guess what? I'm tired of testifying at the city council and you're not there. I'm tired of the city council complacently saying, well, let's see if the other side can administratively negotiate a change. I'm tired of the city council not hearing you, the people, say it's time for you to know that we put you in office. It's time for you to know that you won't be in office if you can't understand that we want a change.
Right
now, where do you go? You go to Muriel Bowser's Economic Development Committee. And right now, she's contemplating hardship petitions. I just testified about hardship petitions, and one of the things on your list says you want to make sure that before a petition is granted, that an inspection occurs. Now, does that sound like a logical thing to do?
Yeah.
The lady who came up here today and said, they raised my rent 31.5%. That was over $200, and I got roaches, I got rats, I got holes, and I sat over there in the corner and said, where was she 2 weeks ago when I testified? There's still an opportunity. Put those pencils and those pads together and send a small letter. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be sophisticated. Send this to the city council and say, we are tired and we have had enough. We want a change in the way we do rent control in the District of Columbia. 1985 is a long time ago.
180 years ago.
And we are trying to make some changes in the Office of the Tenant Advocate, but we do need your assistance. We need you to stand up. Somebody said stand up.
Stand up.
Somebody said stand up.
Stand up.
Somebody said I'm tired of sitting down. Huh? As we come to a close on today's town meeting, and I've been to every one of them, don't make no mistake about people getting upset, because I understand being upset. I get upset every day when I come to work and another tenant has been violated. I get upset about that. I don't get so upset about people writing me letters. and demanding things from our office because we are the government. But I do get upset when government is not delivering to the public what the public needs. Judge Wright is one of the places to go, because guess what? He will take an inspector to your house and he will make a change about the conditions. That's what the housing conditions calendar is all about. It gave you, the tenants, an opportunity to take the landlord and bring him in front of the court. Not you trying to keep your rent in your bedroom and saying, well, I ain't gonna pay my rent because I got a hole in the roof. That's not the way it works, people. You still got to pay the rent because what you got? You got that book called A Tenant Survival Guide. Well, you know what? The lease is a contract legally. And once you sign it, you sign away your rights until the end of the 12-month period. And we got new games going on in town. We got new providers in town. They got discounts. And we're going to discount your rent this month, and at the end of the 12 months, we're going to raise it $900. So all of this sexy stuff we got with cranes in the ground, people saying 1,300 more people every month, guess what? Everybody still has to pay their rent and pay it on time. So if you don't like the condition, if you don't like the circumstance, if you are a tenant association and you need a little help in guidance, let no one make a mistake that because you are the president or the secretary or the treasurer, that you are in charge. You are a collective group of people who can make things change if you are determined enough to stand up. So as we say goodbye to the seventh year, that's what Anna said. I want you to remember one thing. September 13th, I want to see you at Gallaudet. We feed you well. We have workshops all day. We bring a collective group of people together. We bring all of the translation you need, and we even have live captioning. The only government agency I know that's doing that today. And we videotape every session. So we believe in you. We are for you, the people. And if you need us to come to your collective apartment, I got a bunch of lawyers sitting over there right now, and if they're not there, they'll be there when you need them. And that's an attestament to the reality of what government public service is really all about. We are about you, the people. So as they say, stand up. I don't know if we can say be happy if the house ain't got a roof. That song is interesting if you really listen to it. You know, it's happy if you live in a room without a roof, and I went with a room without a roof, and we got to be happy. Well, the crowd has thinned out. People ate. They learned some things. But as you leave today, remember one thing. We are all about the same thing, and that is to have a society that is decent, safe, and sanitary. And if you need us, we are at 2000 14th Street, Suite 300 North. Our little table is over there. We were giving out bags today. Get one. If you need us, call us. Trust me, we will come. We may not be in every ward the way you like it, but we will come. Thank you so much.